Performance Unlimited here. We're working through an L-sit, shoulder internal rotation, pails and rails. What we're trying to do is expand the range of motion that we can get in the internal rotation aspect of the shoulder joint. So we're using isometric training and some end range of motion or stretching to be able to get right into that. All you're going to need is a pillow, block, something that you can rest your head on, and that is it. Follow along. So here's the L-sit position. So you notice my legs are out straight. I'm laying on my side, in this case, my right shoulder. Biggest thing is I want to get the shoulders stacked on top of each other. My head then rests on a block, as you see here. My right arm is going to be the working arm that we're working through. So my right arm comes out. But here's the deal. Once people do that, they want to turn, and they want to let the shoulders turn. I want you to continue to keep the shoulders stacked. The second big piece is not letting that shoulder shrug up towards the ear. Keep that shoulder down right through here. So what we're trying to do is expand the range of motion, internal rotation, through this right shoulder. So I'm going to take my hands. I'm going to make a slight fist here. I'm going to grab onto my wrist, and I'm going to work to slowly turn that into a stretch. Notice I'm not getting that through the wrist, and I'm not letting my arm straight. So I'm slowly trying to turn that into a stretch, bringing that close to the ground without letting this shoulder pop off. An easy way, if you find yourself popping off, is to put your hand there, put your elbow on your wrist, turn it till you feel that stretch. Once you feel the stretch, you're going to work to hold. So if I go any further, my shoulder pops off. I know I've gotten to end range, and I'm going to work to hold this position. So I'm holding this stretch. Should feel this in the back side, nothing to the front. So we're going to work to hold this for 2 minutes. So I got the clock set. Again, you can use a variety of ways to get in the stretch. So I'm going to work to hold. So we're going to hold here. I'm going to talk you through what we're going to get into after this 1.5 minute hold. I know I said 2, but you can hold it between 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, this actual stretch. So we're going to hold here. When I say go, and I'll talk you through this, we're going to ramp up the intensity that we're pushing into this top hand here. So I'm going to actually push against that, but I'm not going to let that move. That's an isometric contraction. Think of it like a plank hold or something like that. So you're going to use this bottom hand to push up against the top hand. You should still be holding this stretch here. Don't come out of it just yet. Check yourself. Shoulder shouldn't be sneaking up towards the ear. So you're going to start when I tell you to begin to push up, but don't let it move. So you're going to begin to ramp up easy tension. Then I'm going to tell you to reverse it. And what you're going to do there is you're actually going to think about pulling that hand, that whole forearm without bending the wrist down towards the ground more. This arm's going to want to slide. Keep it here as you work to rotate without letting the shoulder sneak up off the ground. There's a lot to think about. So we got about 10 more seconds of this hold. You should still be holding the stretch, holding this position. All right, I want you to begin to put some light pressure into your hand, or if you're holding it like this, into your elbow. Some light pressure in. Be careful about that right shoulder on the ground sneaking up towards the ear. Light pressure in. Ramp up the intensity on that pressure just a little bit. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. Pushing up. In 5 seconds, you're going to try to rotate that hand off. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to try to rotate it towards the ground, off, without letting the elbow move, without letting that shoulder sneak up towards your ear, rotate off. We're trying to expand the range of motion. You should feel the tension pull all the way down through the inside of the arm as I rotate more. Don't let the shoulder sneak up towards the ear. You're going to take that hand, put it back on top, find your new range of motion. You should have noticed you got a little bit further. Arm should still form 90 degrees. Holding this position. We're now going to hold it for 30 seconds. Hold. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to begin to push up on the left hand. So I'm beginning to push up with my arm, pushing up on that left hand. Pushing up, not letting my shoulder position change. Light pressure up. Light pressure up. 3 seconds, we're going to reverse it. 2, 1, lift off. So I'm trying to lift off, trying to rotate through the upper arm off without letting the shoulder sneak up. Trying to rotate down further towards the ground. Don't get it through the wrist. Try to rotate down further towards the ground. Don't let the shoulder sneak up. Rotate down. Further, further, further. Take that top hand, put it on. Find your new range of motion. You can see the difference between when we started, where I am now. Hold. Slowly work your way out of that new range of motion. Slowly come back down. Hit replay. Do that same thing on the other side. Again, things to be aware of. Don't let the arm bend. You're going to want to try to get range of motion by straightening the arm or by pulling the arm closer towards you. Or you want to try to get it all through the wrist. It should really be this whole arm staying in line as you rotate down. And the second biggest thing is not letting this shoulder pop off, right? Keep that shoulder down as you rotate. It might not be much, but you can slowly build up range of motion with that.